They say I hear he's making a comeback, with a grin like they've outgrown the tale. They joke some folks still think he's coming, as if heaven's word could fail. They call it myth, they call it story, they call it something old and strange. But the louder their laughter echoes, the closer the heavens rearrange. But something stirs beneath the silence, a trembling truth they can't ignore, a whisper rising in the spirit. He is closer than before. And every watcher feels it burning, the moment right before the roar. Eyes blazing with that living fire, a prophecy that seals the final chapter. A voice like roaring waters rising, calling truth to every fractured actor. Kingdoms trembling at his footsteps, thrones collapsing in his wake. Every power built on violence meets the justice he will break. They boast of wisdom in their blindness, claiming sight while walking dead. They preach their truth with empty confidence, crowning lies inside their head. They mock the signs that blaze around them, they sneer at warnings in the sky. And the pride that fuels their certainty is the very thing they can't defy. But the air begins to thicken, and the veil begins to thin. A holy pressure fills the moment the world draws in its breath again. For revelation shakes the sleepers when the truth breaks through their skin. Eyes blazing with that living fire, a prophecy that ends the written chapter. A voice like roaring waters, thunder calling liars, kings and captors. Every empire built on bloodshed shakes beneath his holy stride. Every master of destruction finds their ruin in his light. They scroll through chaos like it's nothing, call the trembling earth a phase. They say the world has always shaken, as if birth pangs don't amaze. They trust in systems built on sand, they trust in kings who cannot save. And the more they cling to fading power, the deeper they sink in what they crave. But the sky begins to shimmer, and the colors start to sing. A holy weight descends upon them, the breath before the king. And every mocking voice grows quiet as eternity takes away. Eyes that blaze with endless fire, a voice like roaring waters roar. Glory flooding all existence, radiance shaking every shore. Thunder, colors, living creatures, angels crying him adore. And the nations rise transformed as the King returns to restore. They laugh at those who watch the heavens, call the faithful weak and small. They say if he was ever coming, he'd have shown by now to all. But the day their voices reach their peak, the day the scoffing fills the air, is the day the sky will open and reveal the one already there. And every eye will see his glory, every heart will feel the flame. The truth they mocked becomes the thunder, calling each one by their name. For the moment all creation waited breaks the world and makes it new again. restores the innocence shattered, every tear he gathers near. He restores what's good and holy, what was lost through pain and fear. For the King who comes in power is the Lamb who makes us whole, and creation stands in wonder